There are almost too many characters in anime dimensions, and as a newer player, this can be daunting to find a team of characters that are good for beginners. So, in this video, I will be talking about the best team that you can get in the early game in anime dimensions. So, make sure to hit both the like and subscribe buttons. Let's get started. To start off, I'm going to tell you guys this. Every single one of these characters will be replaced if you decide to play the game more often. These characters are not in the meta, but they will help you to get to max level fairly easily. So, here's the team. Eugeo, Genos, and Todoroki, with Saber Alter being a better replacement for Todoroki, but more on her later. These characters are all 1600 gem characters that are either only obtainable in the gem shop for 1600 gems, or are also drops in dimensions. It sounds like it would be a pain to get these characters, since you have to get a lot of gems. However, with all of the codes, the AFK section, leveling up, and the raid, getting gems is not as bad as one would think, which would thus make getting these characters much easier. So I'm going to talk about the characters and what game modes they excel in, starting with the funny Ice Knight, Eugeo. Eugeo is a character from the anime Sword Art Online, and is a character in anime dimensions that you can obtain from the gem shop by purchasing him for 1600 gems. His abilities are Sonic Leap, Ice Spikes, Enhance Armament, and Blue Rose. Eugeo is the best 1600 gem main that is available at any time, at least as of right now, and is also a good character for dimensions. As you may have seen, Eugeo has a dash ability and two abilities that have iframes. If you're watching this and you're wondering what iframes are, there are moments in the duration of an ability's activation where a character cannot be hurt. So, temporary invincibility towards all incoming damage. As I was saying before I, defined iframes, Eugeo has two abilities that provide iframes to him, and those abilities are his 3 and 4 abilities. His ultimate, or his 4 ability, also has the added bonus of healing 1% of lost HP per hit. Combine all of those factors together, and you have a character that is a good main for dimensions. Next, we have Genos, wherever the heck he is. There he is. This character is quite good for boss killing if you don't have any other boss killers like Nezuko or Eren. Genos is a character from the anime One Punch Man, and is also a character that is only obtainable through the gem shop by purchasing him for 1600 gems. His abilities are Incinerate, Machine Gun Blows, Rocket Stomp, and Incineration Cannon. Genos is almost like a mini Eugeo, just without the dash and the vampirism effect on his ultimate. He has two abilities that have iframes, just like Eugeo, but unlike Eugeo, all of his attacks have a directional area of effect, as opposed to having a mix between general and directional area of effect-based attacks. Though, as you can probably tell, Genos is a fun character to use, and as I said earlier, he works best as a boss killer. But I would put him as your second assist due to the third character. Now, I'm going to briefly talk about a character that is really good that you can get from the gem shop for 1600 gems, but you can also get her for free. And that character is Saber Alter. I have a separate video talking about her, which will be linked here soon, so make sure to watch that after this video. While you can just straight up buy her, just remember that you can drop her from the Nightmare difficulty in the Fate dimension for free without using 1600 gems, which is the ideal method of getting her. So only buy her if you have no other options for a second assist, which, by the ways, you do have another option. So you may be asking, who's the replacement for Saber Alter then? Well, my friend, that would be Todoroki, if I can find him again. There he is. Johto Todoroki is a character from the anime My Hero Academia, and is a character that is only obtainable through the gem shop by purchasing him for, you guessed it, 1600 gems. His abilities are Ice Wall, Fire Fist, Fire Wall, and Freezing Heat Wave. I'm gonna be honest, Todoroki is not my first pick for a second assist, since he's worse than the other characters mentioned in this video. However, he is still a good gem character for beginners, since he has a few attacks that do some pretty good damage. So, combined with the fact that he is an easy character to get, and he'll last you for a while. But still, I would only really use him as an assist. Those are the 3 characters that I recommend you get and use if you're starting off. Now let's talk about what your team should actually look like. To start, think about what mode you are about to play. If you're about to do a dimension run, then your main should be Eugeo, with your assists being Todoroki and Genos in that order. For boss raid and boss rush, once you hit level 15, you're gonna want to use Genos for your main. Then use Todoroki and Eugeo in that order for your assists. Time challenge and infinite mode are modes that you can also do, but your team layout is kinda up to you since both of those modes aren't necessary for progression. Now, let's talk about Saber Alter. As I said earlier in the video, she was actually the character that I recommended for real for your second assist, but you should know how good she actually is. Still though, try to drop her.